Alright guys, welcome back to another video. It's your man Jay Will. So the BlackBerry Keyone has been a device that I've been using for probably almost 2 weeks, and I gotta tell you, I want to give you a follow-up video, kind of a mini review, and let you know how this thing has been doing. So I'll kick this off like this. Let's start with something that I rarely cover in a smartphone video, which is cell phone service or signal, because it depends on where you are. And with me, I've been using this on T-Mobile and AT&T and Cricket, and it has been fabulous with their services. I mean, it's been really that good. So I haven't had any problems with it. SMS, phone calls, picture mail, everything is great with this device. So that's a huge plus. Now, getting that really important thing out of the way, because with no cell phone service or signal or internet services for a smartphone, it's kind of pointless. Now let's move forward to the software. Now the software, I've noticed, this runs the Snapdragon 625 with the 3 gigs of RAM inside. Now the Snapdragon 625, it performs differently on different devices. I've noticed that after having this phone. So with that being said, this phone gets a little sluggish at times, and I find myself having to close out applications. I guess I've already done it from so far. I find myself having to close out the apps a little bit more than I normally would on a smartphone. And it's not that it's a bad thing, it's just I'm starting to get programmed to do that, and I don't really want to do that. Some phones I have that are running the Snapdragon 625, I don't have to close out many apps at all. I can just roll with it and it works just great. So that's kind of something you need to be aware of, at least in my experience. And Will H, he also had it too. And he got rid of his. I didn't know he got rid of it, but man, Will, you got to get this again. This thing is nice. Yeah, he said in his video that it became a little sluggish at times. I think Floss said it was kind of laggy too. But you know, nonetheless, I've experienced it. It's starting to take its toll. It's getting a little laggy every now and then, but you know, it's okay. I don't mind closing out the apps every now and then. I'm cool with it. It's a little annoying, but it's not something that I start to think about, because I've done it so much now that I don't even really notice that I'm doing it. So keep that in mind too. You might experience that and you might not. I've heard a lot of people say that the phone is flawless for them. It runs good, and that might be your case too. So next is the keyboard. Now the keyboard is something that it took me some time to kind of get used to doing it with 2 hands, because this phone right here is a little bit more spacious, and I was used to that. And also my passport is super wide, which I love. But the thing is, I can use this with 1 hand, but these alt keys, it gets annoying after a while. Like it gets annoying. I'm not gonna front. But it's something that I'm willing to tolerate because I like the phone so much. And it's you know, it's just one of those things. You take the good with the bad. But I can use this device with 1 hand, and I can text with 1 hand. It's a little bit challenging, but it could be done. And if worst case scenario, I'll just flip it landscape and use the touchscreen keyboard, which is freaking fast, man. It is fast. But this is cramped, you know what I mean? So they should have made it a little bit taller. And going to my next point, remove these on-screen, these capacitive buttons. I think the capacitive buttons is a horrible look. It just shouldn't have done it. It gives this device, it gives an L, you get a mini L for having those capacitive buttons down there. They're in the way, which leads me to the next thing. Sometimes when I'm trying to press that bottom row, I'm pressing one of those buttons. It's kind of frustrating, But, you know, after that, man, as you can see, I'm running the icon pack. I'm really feeling the fact that I can have the fingerprint reader and the home button. That is super hot right there. So my icon pack, man, those are the icons that I'm running with right there. Get that to focus. There you go. But you can put icon packs on here without even having to install another launcher, which I think is hot. So that's a huge plus. But you know, the cameras, I love them. I mean, these are supposed to be like the Pixel 2 first generation, not the Pixel 2, the first generation Pixel cameras, and I believe it. They're that good. They're that good. I'm really feeling these cameras. I like the build quality on this thing. The hardware is really nice. I mean, check that out, man. Big camera bump or whatever, but it's still hot. It's real hot. I really like this. I just don't really have too many complaints about the hardware like I used to at the beginning. The hardware is nice. Wish those were dual speakers, but I do get a headphone jack, man. I'm feeling it. I even made use of the convenience key. I like the convenience key. Because I was able to hook that up like that, so I can slide line to line. But you know, battery is good on here. The cameras are good. The overall feel is premium. You know, it's a good look, and if they give some software updates to make it run a little smoother, I'd hate to have to put Nova Launcher on here. But again, I think that's probably just because of that BlackBerry stuff that's going on. You know, all that security stuff. I think that's what's going on. I think that's what's going on with it. But just a quick video update on the BlackBerry Keyone. I'm feeling this one, man. I'm really liking this one. I think this is a keeper for sure. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Be sure to check out the other videos that I have on the Keyone. It's very impressive. I truly like this device. And like I said, this is a keeper for now, man. I don't see a reason why I would get rid of this, because it's such an eclectic device. I've been waiting to kind of pick it up. And now that I got it, really don't have a reason to get rid of it. It fits well in my catalog of devices. And I think you would like it, man. I mean, good battery, good signal, good cameras, unique form factor. You get a keyboard if you want it. It's good. It's a good look. I'll give you an update probably in another 2 weeks or a week or so. I don't know. Or whatever comes along. It's your man, Jay Will. Take care.